What happens when government branches conflict? Imagine a situation where the legislative branch tries to pass a law, but the executive branch refuses to enforce it. Or maybe the judicial branch declares a law unconstitutional, but the other branches disagree. What happens then? This is where the idea of separation of powers comes into play. It is a key part of the Constitution that keeps the government balanced and fair. The Constitution divides government into three branches: the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. Each has its own set of powers and responsibilities. The legislative branch makes laws, the executive enforces them, and the judicial interprets the laws. Because each branch has different roles, conflicts can happen if one tries to go beyond its limits or interfere with another. When conflicts occur, the Constitution provides ways to resolve them. One of the main tools is checks and balances. For example, the president can veto a law passed by Congress, but Congress can override that veto with enough votes. The Senate confirms or rejects presidential appointments, and courts can declare laws or actions unconstitutional. This system makes sure no one branch becomes too powerful. Another important mechanism is judicial review. Courts, especially the Supreme Court, have the power to interpret the Constitution. If a law or action by the government violates the Constitution, the courts can declare it invalid. This helps keep the government within its constitutional limits and protects citizens' rights. Sometimes conflicts are resolved through political negotiations. The branches may work out compromises to avoid a crisis. Congress can also pass laws to limit what the executive branch can do if it oversteps its authority. For example, the Impoundment Control Act of 1974 limited the president's ability to refuse to spend money Congress had approved. But if conflicts get out of control and are not resolved, it can lead to a constitutional crisis. In history, there have been moments like the nullification crisis in the 1830s, when a state tried to reject federal laws, or the Civil War, which was sparked by disputes over states' rights and federal authority. Knowing your rights means understanding these conflict resolution methods. They are designed to protect citizens from abuse of power and to keep the government functioning properly. When branches clash, the system uses legal, political, and institutional processes to stay within constitutional limits. This way, the government remains accountable and your rights stay protected.